Chasing Lincoln's Killer, Chapter 13. Thomas Jones, Captain Cox, the Garrett sons, and many more were seized and taken to prison. Curiously, within weeks, Stanton freed them all. He put on trial only 8 defendants: Mary Surratt, Lewis Powell, David Harold, George Azerodt, Samuel Arnold, Michael O'Laughlin, Edmund Spangler, and Samuel Mudd. Not one person who helped Booth and Harold during their escape, except Dr. Mudd, was punished. They returned to their homes and families, and for years to come whispered secret tales of their deeds during the great manhunt. Another hunt, the one for the reward money, began before Booth's corpse had even cooled. With Booth dead and his chief accomplices under arrest awaiting trial, it was time to cash in. Hundreds of manhunters rushed to claim a portion of the $100,000 reward offered by the War Department. Tipsters with the slightest connection to the 12-day search for Lincoln's killer tried to get their piece of the reward. More than a year after the manhunt ended, the government finally paid out rewards. Congress paid Conger $15,000, Doherty $5,250, Lafayette Baker $3,750, Luther Baker $3,000. Boston Corbett, along with every non-commissioned officer at the barn, received $1,653. Colonel Wells and other interrogators received $500 to $1,000 each for their roles in the hunt. 9 men received smaller rewards for their part in the capture of George Azerodt, 10 for their roles in the arrest of Lewis Powell. Richard Garrett made a claim against the U.S. government for compensation for the value of his property, including the burned barn and the corn and hay consumed by cavalry horses. The government considered his claim but refused to pay him a cent. After all, he had been disloyal to the Union. Boston Corbett was never punished for shooting Booth. He had violated no orders, and no one could prove his motive for anything other than protecting his men. He enjoyed both fame and notoriety for a brief time. Then he went mad and disappeared.